I've got too many screens open here. I have one window open that has the show in it somewhere, which I've got to close and before I get myself into any trouble. There we go. Better. So how is everybody doing tonight? No, I'm not done. Not better yet. There we go. Now I found it. Too many windows open this afternoon, everybody. So, welcome to the show. The show before the holidays are upon us. So and I'll tell you, if it could be a record speed wise today, we've got a very short list of things to cover, but all of it very important. So I'm looking forward to announcing a couple new guests, going over a couple pre-con opportunities that are also new for those of you going to OAX, and what else I got? I don't know, a few other things here. Some other announcements. I got a package to open that just came in. I got some mystery sketches that arrived that I'm not going to be able to mail out because tomorrow morning I have to get on a flight before lunchtime. So they're going to go out after the new year. But I've got Tatiana here with me. We're going to get things going, talking a little bit about OAX and maybe an artist or two from hers. Well, no, not two. We'll talk about. Well, no, there's a lot to talk about Tatiana's team. Anyway,
there's always so many things to talk about. I'll make sure not to go too long though, Bill. I know you need to pack. You need to pack.
I do. I was lamenting that with Tatiana before we got started, that I literally have not packed anything. But I could tell you, when Gwen went up to Ohio not too long, like about a month ago, I actually sent her with a bag of stuff, so I don't have to like pack all my clothes. I have to make sure all my tech is packed. That's the main thing. But yeah, how's it going? Yeah, you have a busy day today too?
Oh yeah, it's been busy running around getting stuff done, and been an insanely windy day today. All of the outside furniture stuff is moving around and broken glass. It's been crazy.
That's true. We had that video call earlier today, and it sounded like somebody was screaming in the other room.
Yeah, it was that really intense whistling sound, and it's not like there's any loose windows or anything like that. It's just when it gets that bad, it had to be like 70-mile-an-hour gusts out there. It was very, very crazy.
Well, hey, look, we don't have to ask where Bob Layton is because he is in Korea. We'll assume South Korea, not north of the
Good
border.
morning, Bob. Good morning.
We'll see Bob in about 5 weeks in Orlando. Yeah, so we do have a couple guests. Well, we don't. Well, we know we're going to have one guest tonight, but they are not here yet. So we've got a few things we can talk about before that gentleman arrives, right? Do you want to? What should we do first? Do you want to talk about what's going on over at TD Art, or would you like to talk about a guest that we recently found out is going to be able to make it to OAX this year?
Why don't we talk about what's going on with TD Art first?
Okay.
So, and I remembered after when you were getting ready to start the stream, I remembered that the art books came in today too. So I'm going to show that as well. Right. So I had opened pre-orders a few weeks ago. This is the volume 2 TD art book. I started doing this last year. It's just a great way to feature a lot of the artists that I work with. And so I also am going to be putting in random sketch cards and things with these. So you have a chance to get original art. And then I have the sketch covers as well that people can pre-order that will have a sketch on them. So they don't pick who the artist is or what they get. They will just get a completed sketch cover. Those are still in the mail. But the regular cover arrived today. So really happy to share that. So Sia did the cover for me. Really excited to have it. And these are pretty big. They're like 38 pages, I think. So, and about more than half of my artists are in here. So if I don't sell out, I will bring some to OA Expo, but I might sell out. The last year I sold out pretty quickly. So yeah, if anybody wanted to buy one and hasn't gotten one yet, go over to my website and you'll see the link there. Just go over the new items and you'll see it on there, and you can pick up one cover or both covers. And then I wanted to talk about the TD Art holiday sale. So if I can, let's see.
You can share your screen and we can bring it up here for everybody to see.
Yeah.
So the TD Art sketchbook is it's limited, right? What was the print run?
So the Sketchbook is 50 of the regular cover and 50 of the sketch covers. That's it. I do a super, super limited run. And the thing that's really fun about the sketch covers is you don't know what you're going to get. You're going to get something really cool, but you don't know what you're going to get. So I'm offering a special right now. There's a limited number. If you pre-order a regular cover and a sketch cover together, it's $119.99. So definitely snag that if you can. And you're going to see art in there that you won't see anywhere else. So the theme of this year's book was dystopian futures. So that's why the cover is kind of a post-apocalyptic looking girl there from Sia. So she did this cover just for me for the book, which was cool. And then there's a lot of very cool stuff inside. So see, I'll find something fun in here to share with you guys. How about one of the guests we're going to have it at the show. So here's a couple pieces from Damon that he put in there. So yeah, so just excited. This is I love putting the book together. This was one of the commissions that Near had done. It's Batman versus Catwoman.
Oh my gosh.
Kind of has the dystopian kind of feel to it. So we put that in there as well. So yeah, so get one now before they're out, before they're all gone. And then let me share. So if you go to my website, the TD Art holiday sale started a couple days ago. I didn't have a sale last year at all. So this is definitely something you want to jump on because I haven't had one in a while. But if you go to the website, let's see, there we go. And if you go to the main website and then you scroll down a little bit, you'll see the first couple of news. So you go to the main website and then you'll see the news right here. So this has everything in it because everybody is kind of participating at different levels. So these are all the artists who are participating. And you can see each artist's name and then exactly what they're offering. So there's stuff up to 50% off. There's a lot of things that are in the 20 to 25% off range. So there's a lot of really, really good deals there. And all you have to do when you go to the news is you can click on the artist name and that will bring you directly to their page. The discount is taken off manually after you place your order. So when you click on there and you go to whatever items you like, those are the regular prices. And then you place your request with me, and then I send your invoice with the adjusted price. And if you're not sure, you can always just send me, you can either email me directly at tdartsales@gmail.com, or you can just use the contact through the website and ask a question. You can say, I'm interested in this piece and how much is it after discount, if you want to double check all that before you put an order through. So yeah, so definitely jump on that. Lots of good deals. And then also some of my consignment clients were interested in being part of it as well. So here's some individual pieces. And then that shows the sale prices on them on this part. So lots of good deals. I know it's right before the holiday, but you always got to get a little something for yourself. And there is a ton of art in the sale that's very well priced for gifts and things as well too, if you're looking in that range.
Exactly. And the sale ends at the end of the year, so on December 31st. So if you don't get what you were hoping for Christmas, you can certainly, like you just said, Tatiana, treat yourself and get exactly what you want from one of your artists. And the discount percentages definitely are different for everybody, right? 15, 20, 25, some things are up to 50%, and that does apply to some commission opportunities too.
Yeah, so there's a little bit of commission stuff on here and then a lot of really good deals. And most of this stuff, if you're going to be at OA Expo, you can save yourself on shipping. I can just bring it to the show for you. So, snag it now before somebody else does, before it's gone. And then I can bring it to the show for you because, you want to get the deal price now, because even if that artist is going to OA Expo, we're not going to be having all these huge deals at the show. So make sure you snag something now. And then, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out and happy to answer any questions on anything.
Very good. You have a mailing list, right? So it's you can sign up right from the website, so people can
Yeah,
get
yep.
updated on it.
So if you go to, again, if you go to the main page, um, you scroll down to the bottom and you can enter it here. So, and also if you happen to email me, when I email back, I have it's embedded in my email signature line as well. But the easiest way is just to go to the website, and you should definitely sign up for the newsletter, because I've started doing random art giveaways through the newsletter. I announced the first one, so people had a chance to sign up for the newsletter. But in the future, I will not be announcing it, and I'll be doing at least 2 a year. I just randomly pick someone out of the newsletter, and they win a piece of original art. So make sure you're in there.
I'm in there.
Well, good luck, Bill. I hope you can get something.
Yeah, yeah, that'd be cool. I wouldn't turn it down. You know that.
Oh, you know what I can share? I can share. I have a bunch of the mystery sketches I just got.
Oh, cool.
I've been scanning them, so I can
You got
share.
Gwen's, right?
Sorry,
I
I
think
have to
you have
go off
hers.
camera.
Perna. I'm not being greedy, man. Every once in a while, what I got selected to get one of those free. Remember we did the giveaway, and I my name actually came up that night when we were doing the three pieces given away for the mystery sketch, and I turned it down. I turned it down, but my name was in the hat though.
Yeah, it's okay to win stuff. You're not taking advantage of the, abusing the system. So
That's
this was so Sia had done one, and I let her pick. I usually don't let the artist pick. I usually assign them based on what I think makes sense for the artists, or who has or hasn't already done something for Alberto, essentially. Um, but I let Sia pick, and I didn't tell her, no names or anything, just characters, and she really wanted to do Venom, right? People usually tend to ask her for female characters, so but she loves the Spidey characters, and I think she just absolutely knocked this out of the park. The collector who got this already knows that it's his. He's very, very excited, so he'll get a high res scan from me tonight.
that's beautiful.
And then, like, speaking of things that are crazy, so one of the commission requests that we got was just blacksmith with anvil, and sometimes artists get really excited about what they're working on, and you just never know what you're going to get. And Jason Krager just went way extra with this piece, like holy smokes.
Yeah, that looks like it could be in a D&D module or something. So
Yeah, I mean, this is easily worth like $500. So
you're gonna have to have a talk with Jason.
it
You
just, what
enjoyed that
happens,
one just
right?
too
Like the
much.
artists, they know how much these are, and then every once in a while they get excited and they just draw something that's way over. So the collector has seen that, so he's really excited about it. So that was cool. It was a cool request.
So does this collector have a theme with hammers and anvils? I've not seen that on Comic Art Fans before.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I hadn't heard of it. So, but we checked. We're like, is this like a specific character? He's like, no, just generic, like, blacksmith. So, okay.
Hey,
Um,
awesome.
somebody wanted Mystique that was, changing into Rogue. So,
That's a sneaky way to get two characters into one into one drawing.
yes.
Not bad though. Shoot, that's great. Colors are
Yeah.
fantastic.
So, yeah, and Jason can do a lot of different. This is a little bit more of like an animation kind of style, so that was fun. And I have a bunch of stuff that's coming. People are getting stuff in the mail. Things are taking forever to get here right now. I mean, Lucia's package took a whole week longer than it was supposed to. Ryan's just got here today. It was supposed to be here on Monday. So this one's really fun. So this is Ryan's. Somebody asked for Batman villain as a samurai, like Batman villain of choice. So that is super cool. Obviously that's Joker.
Of course.
But
That's great.
yeah, he really enjoyed doing this. He had a lot of fun. So that one's really good. And then let's see what else Ryan had. I'm not going to show this one because the collector doesn't like to see. Alberto doesn't like to see his things before they're done. So
Seriously?
I'm not
Is
going
that
to
what he
show
told
it.
you?
Huh?
Is that what he told you? I thought
Alberto likes
Alberto.
to be surprised. Yeah. So
Oh, that.
Alberto, so I told him that he won the free upgrade. And so it's really cool. So my artist Tiffany, who does like fantasy painting and stuff, she was interested in being part of the mystery sketches, but wasn't sure if any requests that would come in that were up her alley. And when I saw Alberto's choices, I was like, oh, I'm going to ask Tiffany to do this. So he's going to be getting an 11 by 14 watercolor painting from her. So that's his.
Wow.
I'm paying for the difference for him. Yeah. So and it's going to take her a little bit longer, and he's totally fine with that. And yeah, so that'll be done before OAX for sure. So I'll be excited to that one. I'm probably just going to bring to him at the show. But yeah,
Cool.
so he was excited about that.
He'll be showing it off. We'll all get to see it there.
All right, Ryan did this Batman, which is really cool. The absolute Batman.
Yeah.
I swear, Batman just keeps getting wider and wider. And we have an Electra.
For that. Oh, shoot.
So that's fun. And then this was a very specific gift request that I'm also not going to show in case the person who gets the gift is watching.
We cannot have that. Is that the last one you have?
That's the last one I have. Tony Parker showed me he had one. He showed me his today, and he's mailing that tomorrow. That one's also Alberto, so he'll see that when it's done, or when he gets it. And yeah, all the other ones are pretty much in the mail or about to be in the mail. But and Bill, you saw yours.
I did.
So, yeah.
Well, it's Gwen's. It's not mine. Unfortunately, it is definitely.
Well, it's under your name. You know what I mean.
It is. It is under my name.
So hopefully she likes it. I chose Cross to do that one because I thought she would do a great job with that character. So she had a couple, and they are on the way as well. So yeah, just some fun things to show. I have one other thing to talk about, but we have our special guest here. So let's talk to our special guest first, and then I'll talk about maybe another guest we have coming after that.
Okay, very good. Mr. Pat Broderick has joined the chat. Hey, Pat, how are you? Good to see you.
Hey, guys. Hey, how are y'all?
Hey, Pat.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, we can hear you fine.
Good.
Can you hear us good?
Yeah, I can.
Awesome. Well, welcome to the show. It's it's been a long time. I haven't seen you, and gosh, I feel it's almost been 2 years, I think, since the last time I saw you at a show. So looking forward to getting you over to OAX.
Yeah, I thought I saw you in Charlotte.
Did we run into each other in Charlotte? I don't even. You were absolutely right. We did. Man, your memory's better than mine.
I think we did.
Oh, shoot. Well, there you go. Then that's then I'm glad to see you again after seeing him in June. But we never formally announced that you were going to be here, but you've been lighting up the social channels out there of your own, letting everybody know you're coming. And so we did talk about it last week and let everybody know that you would be coming on this week. So here we are. We get to make it very official that you will be coming to OAX, and it's a pleasure to have you there. There's plenty of parking where we're at, and you're going to have about 500 or more art collectors. Yes, you won't have any problem finding a spot. I didn't find a place to park at that thing last year, but either way, bottom line is you're going to enjoy yourself for sure, because like I said, there's 500 art collectors or more that will be there. And it's, very few comics to sign. People would be just asking you to do some drawings and things. And of course, we're going to let everybody know that, what commission opportunities are available for you for OAX tonight as well. But
all right.
But no, you're pretty busy. Every time I check, because I follow you on Facebook, you go to a fairly, like it seems like a show every month. You're going somewhere, whether it's local or traveling a little bit.
I try to hit 8 to 10 a year. the income streams are not as reliable as they once were when I was doing full-time comics or teaching. So, yeah, I like to keep my hands in the shows when I can get out there. And the environment, the shows are changing as we've hit on. At least I can find a parking space now. So,
Yeah, no, the environment of shows is definitely changing, and that's why we came up with the idea of OAX in the first place, because we really wanted to build a show that we as art collectors would be wanted to attend. I mean, I think Tatiana would agree with that. I mean, there's not enough art centric shows out there, or comic focused shows. I mean, Heroes is a great example of a show that's been around for a very long time, of course, and is focused on both comics and art very well. But that's why we wanted to do our show.
yeah. Um, it has been probably 10 years since I've been in Comic Art Cafe. How many members do you have now? Do you know?
Oh my gosh, on CAF today we have there's all literally we have over 100,000 people registered on it. How many active users that are posting artwork
Yeah.
regularly or
Yeah.
commenting, that sort of thing? Well over, I'd say, 15,000 people every month that are coming to the site regularly. And
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, every day that we get, I think on average about 225 to 250 pieces of art, collected pieces of art added to the site, which is
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah. It is. It is. I was teaching full time at the time that I first joined, and um, the volume of commissions got too much for what I was doing. So I sort of slowly backed away from it. You know. But I'm really glad to see you guys have grown into what you are today. You know.
Well, we had our aspirations were small when we first got started, but I can tell you that they're quite limitless at the moment. We're kind of see a lot of opportunity out there, and the OAX is just one of the many things that we've kind of got our sights on. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's a good place. I saw somebody mention I had some a little mistake on the pre-OAX form for you, but I did correct all that just now. But but no, that's great. It's for us, being able to have someone who's been in the business as long as you have. I was watching an interview that you did at I think a West Coast show maybe a year or two ago. I mean, when did you get your start in the business? I feel like it's been it's not, it wasn't 20 years ago.
No, it was 51,
51 years ago.
51 years ago. Yeah. Yeah. 73. That's when I started.
Well, that's I think I was about 5 during at that point in time. But the one thing that impresses me is that you do on your socials on Facebook, you do post a lot of the sketches you do when you're at shows, and they're great. You put a lot of detail in the characters, and I mean they literally pop. I mean they're fantastic to see.
Well, thank you. Um, People have asked me before why I do that. And I tell them simply because my name's on it, you know.
Yeah.
Uh, my name's on it, and I want it to be the best I can do under the given circumstances and conditions, at a show, which is not necessarily the best conditions to draw. Um, but also, I hate to see anything I've done that I don't like. I hate to see that. So I try to make sure I'm enjoying everything I draw. Especially nowadays. Especially now, since I'm not chasing a monthly title anymore. I'm able to put in uh, the attention to my work that I couldn't do when I was working for Marvel or DC. So
Mhm. Well, we appreciate that as fans. I can assure you of that. So why don't we? You're right. Well, I should probably just throw the link in the chat so people know where the pre-OAX opportunity is located, so they can have that link. And then here, let me go ahead and show the different price levels that you sent me. So you're going to be doing, I think we have 4 different price levels here. So you've got a 9 by 12 single character headshot only with no background, even though the image you sent me has a lot of background in it.
Yeah, I
There,
know.
there are a lot of examples on Comic Art Fans that are, that have just the headshot on them as well. But you're doing these for $200, and I think on all the 9 by 12s, you're happy to add some tonal work to it as well for an extra
Yeah,
$100.
yeah, and also some backgrounds if they, excuse me, if they're so inclined. So,
Hmm.
Do you
yeah.
charge per raccoon?
No, no. See, my wife, big Swamp Thing fan, and she said you need to do a Swamp Thing that would appeal to the female fans. And I thought about it for a while, and I said, well, throw in a lot of cute, cuddly little animals in it, and I sold that thing like within, I think, 20 minutes of posting it on Facebook. It got snapped up. So I thought, well, my wife's on to something, which she usually is, so I've done
I
a
mean,
few
I'll
of
tell
them
you,
like
I'll
that.
buy anything with a raccoon on it. So, I mean, I think it's a great idea.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it lends with the character. So, yeah.
All right, and along that same line on 9 by 12, again, a single character, more of a torso
Hmm.
size drawing. You got no background again, ink on Bristol, $250, and you'll do tones on something like this for another $100 as well.
Right.
And you'll add backgrounds too. And so what I want to let everybody know is we can't put an option in there like add tones for 100. So when you submit your commission request through the site, let us know if you want tones added to a piece that has that as an option, which they all do. So just spell that out, and we'll definitely be able to get the right price quoted to everybody here for you.
Yeah.
And I think this piece here is just a great example of the extra detail you put into the pieces. I always like your shading techniques. I mean, it comes through in the published work as well as the convention style sketches and commissions that you do. You still got it, Pat. You really do, and I think that's why you still have fans lining up at your table when you go to shows.
Oh, well, thank you. I've been trying to improve. What's the point in being an artist if you don't improve your art? Doesn't matter how old you are. So,
Very true. Mark V in the chat says you are still the best Firestorm artist.
well, I'm sure Al Milgram will appreciate that.
Uh, so we got another 9 by 12, the last one. This is with a full figure and again, no background, ink on Bristol, $300. So everything very affordably priced on these 9 by 12s, between $200 and $300. You can add some tonal work and extra backgrounds in there for a little more. So again, when anybody's thinking about getting a commission from Pat for OAX, we want you to just kind of, give us a good idea of what you'd like him to do. And again, I think, if there's stuff on CAF that you wanted to reference, you can certainly do that, and it'll just give us all a little bit more information to go by when Pat's doing these commissions for you.
Thank you.
And then the other side, now this one has a lot of characters on it, but you have a 11 by 17 with a single character, full figure, no background, and it'll be ink on Bristol board, $500. You can add an extra character or tones, $100 each. You can add a little bit of a minimal background or full backgrounds for a little bit more. So this one's kind of the a la carte option where you can go with just a single character, full background, and only pay $800. And oh, yep, there's that. And then I think you gave me a second image for the 11 by 17 as well.
Yeah, yeah. The old EC host.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. It's kind of reminiscent of an artwork that Tatiana just showed us, except there's no anvil or hammer in this one. But no, this is great. Everybody loves the EC characters. There was nothing like a title page from an EC book, right, Pat?
Yeah, yeah. I tried to capture the flavor of EC with it, so I think I pulled off a pretty decent job.
No, you definitely did. That's not a raccoon on the ground there in front of the fireplace, though, is it?
No, I believe that's a rat warming himself.
Mm-hmm. We got a
Add
beheading.
raccoon. It'll be $1,000.
Right, the bats and the skulls with candles on them. Everything you want. It is a cat.
Yes, kitty cat.
So there you go. That's those are the pre-OAX opportunities that we have available for everybody. We'll probably have a mailing going out later tomorrow afternoon that will hit all of our 10,000 plus newsletter subscribers to let them know that you're also taking pre-OAX opportunities, Pat, and we'll certainly keep you in the loop on anything that's been going on. And I know that you and Tatiana are going to be talking, getting everything squared away for your trip to Orlando, and you don't have to go far because you're in Florida already.
Yeah, yeah. I'm in Tampa.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's about maybe an hour drive if I survive. Because 4 is dangerous. I don't know if you've driven I-4 much, but it's a madhouse. So
Oh yeah. I used to live in Davenport, so
ah,
yeah, I know all about that. I moved to the country. I'm no, like I'm kind of where the villages are, but a little east of there. So yeah,
yeah, we're thinking of relocating inland, and I'm looking at Silver Springs area right now. So
that would be the place to go for. I mean, that's very nice over there,
yeah, yeah.
and you
My
don't have
bro-
the traffic.
my brother lives in Orlando, so I want to get closer to him. I don't want to live in Orlando proper at all.
Hmm.
You know, it's I don't want to live in Tampa, so I don't want to live in Orlando.
Well, you got to get away from the coast, right? Because the Tampa, it does get hit by some bad weather every now and again. But avoiding
Does it?
I-4 is probably even more attractive than
Yeah.
anything else.
There's nowhere on the Gulf Coast that is not getting hit by hurricanes. Okay,
Yeah.
and we don't see Category 2 storms anymore. Have you noticed that? By the time it's landfall, it's like Category 3, 4, 5, and it's so I figure we're just going to get more inland. If that doesn't work, maybe Kentucky. I don't know.
That's going pretty far inland. If I
Yeah, it is.
You won't
Yeah,
have
it
to
is.
worry about hurricanes in Kentucky, that's for sure.
no,
Nah, just the flooding. That's all.
So, Pat, we had somebody ask you, what Marvel characters do you like to draw?
Marvel characters.
hmm
Hmm.
Um, oh, any of the Micronauts. I've been always big on Micronauts. Um, Doom 2099 or Kirby's Doom. It doesn't matter. I love doing Doctor Doom. Captain Marvel, if they're old enough to appreciate the male Captain Marvel.
hmm
Uh, I'll even do a Weird World. Somebody comes up and asks it. Yeah.
Robert Berman in the chat says that you did a great bug for Micronauts for him this year. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think the gentleman that wanted to know is going to OAX. So maybe we're trying to figure out what pieces to commission from you while they're there. But uh, Doom 2099, yeah, that would be a good one. I could see you doing a great Doctor Doom though, with the way your inking texture is. You would get the mask down pretty darn well.
Thank you.
Well, Pat, listen, we have another announcement to make for another person who's coming to OAX, but we are really excited to have you. I can't tell you how pleased I am. I mean, the more local artists we can get over here, the better. We want to not only support artists across the globe, but being able to get some artists that are local who've been in the business uh, almost as long as you. It's always fun to be able to have them at the show, and it's going to be an honor to have you hanging out with us for the weekend.
I'm looking forward to it. I've been looking forward to it ever since I talked to you guys in Charlotte. Really, I have. I've been hearing these whispers about a new show in Florida,
Oh,
and then finally I traced it down. It's like, okay, all right, and everybody I've talked to has said that it's one of the premier shows, So looking forward to it. Really.
that's high praise after 1 year, but I'm glad that that's what you're hearing, and you'll get to see it for yourself in about 5 weeks.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, Pat. Well, enjoy the rest of your evening, and we will be in touch.
Okay, thank you very much, guys.
Thanks,
Looking forward
Pat.
to it. Bye bye.
Hey, Pat. All right, I forgot all about heroes, man. Time is flying, and my mind is going. I think is what the
That's how
problem
it
is.
is. Someone
Exactly.
asked
You know
if
what?
I'm wearing a Mass Effect shirt. It's a hoodie, but yeah, like half of my wardrobe is Mass Effect. So there will be a red and white stripe down one side of it.
Exactly. No, well, before we do the other announcement, we can make another announcement too. I mean, everybody probably saw it already. It was all over the socials and everything, but we did announce and reveal what the poster is going to be for this year. So we had Manic Sabrera put together this amazing piece of art. We gave him very little art direction, and I just said, do something that's going to knock everybody's socks off, and this is what we got. What do you think, Tatiana? Are you
I
happy
love
with it?
it. I was absolutely blown away when he sent it over. I mean, the colors, just the action, the way it draws the eye. It's so good. It's so good. I can't
Yeah,
wait to see it in print.
yeah, me either. This is one of the ones that will definitely be printing 2x3 to use throughout the show in different places, and so I can guarantee it's going to wind up on, well, it's going to wind up on a wall around here somewhere. I'm going to get one. I'm going to make sure that I at least have one for myself. But yeah, of course, this is it's awesome. Mannix is he's kind of been on fire of late, so.
Absolutely.
So we're just happy that he could squeeze us into his schedule. But yeah, when I saw this, it was, yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of people bidding on this one. There's
Yes.
a lot of X-Men related fans out there, and come on, it's Master Mold, and for all the knocks that I sort of give to Kirby over time, I mean he had a little bit of a hand in putting this thing together, and Mannix definitely kind of captured the Kirby vibe with the machinery behind the master mold in there, and again, this thing's just going to be awesome. I can't wait. And as everybody knows, this piece will be at auction, like Number One Marvel fan mentioned in the chat, and we'll have about, we don't really have a count because the pieces are just going to be starting to come in right after the holidays are over with. But we're anticipating about 75 pieces of art that will be a part of the auction, a lot like last year, and we'll be having these posted to the OAX Expo gallery that's over on Comic Art Fans, and we'll allow for proxy bidding too. So for those of you going to the show, and even if you're not going to the show, at the end of the day, we want to raise the most money for the pieces as we can, since the show splits the revenue with them, and also the show donates a portion of all the auction proceeds to both the Hero Initiative, and this year we've added in the Kirby Museum as well. And we're very happy to be able to support both of those nonprofits because, again, they're near and dear to our hearts. Mr. Kirby, of course, we wouldn't even have Master Mold without that man. So supporting the museum is something that we knew after last year we wanted to kind of add to our options of nonprofits to support. So yeah, we're looking forward to that, and I can assure everybody that once we start posting these pieces for the proxy bidding and revealing more of the auction pieces that we have, we'll be sending out email announcements to our full list, or lists. I guess we got two or three actually that we'd want to hit to let them know about the artworks that we've got. And I'm looking forward to seeing even what your team's going to be putting together and putting into this. Let's see, where are we at?
Yeah, and I
Maybe.
to let everybody know too, if you're at the show, we will have a booth set up on the OAX floor that's going to be to display the auction items. So you'll be able to go through there during the day on Saturday to check out
Exactly.
stuff like this. And we had a question about where people could get one of these prints.
I know. Was going to say that too. I saw the Antoine, and Kaz was kind of already answered it. The posters are free. Yes, they are not going to be for sale because it's not anything that we're licensing or anything like that. They're just given away. And this isn't, this is one of, I won't say how many we're giving away, but it's one of several. So there are other OAX related posters. We've got an auction poster, just like we did last year, that we'll be revealing. We've got some, we have a poster specific for CAX and IAX as well, and at least one other one. So anybody who's attending OAX will get all of these prints. They're on 11 by 17. Very, very nicely done. Anybody who went to the show last year knows they're on heavy stock and very, very attractive.
Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to see this piece in person. Oh my goodness, I can't wait. It's so good. It's so good. And Mannix is so humble. We're like, oh my God, this is amazing. And he's like, oh, thank you. You know, like he's just one of those guys. Like, we're like, come on, you're so good.
Exactly. So we're just again back to this piece. So very happy. We were all in shock when we got the email. Tatiana, Kazra, and I were on the email when Jiggy and Mannix shared it with us. And again, it was very humbling to see the amount of effort put into a piece like this, and it just shows how important the show is, I think, to the artists that support it, and and their belief in what we're doing. And again, I couldn't be happier. And again, I'm just excited and tongue-tied this evening.
It's
So
because
let
you're
me go.
thinking about how much stuff you have to pack as soon as you get off of here.
I probably, yeah, that is in the back of my mind, because undoubtedly Maureen will probably be asleep by the time I'm done here, and then I'll have to tiptoe around trying to get everything done without waking her up. But yes, Alberto, can't wait to see the CAX and IAX posters as well. Those are yeah, you're going to be well, everybody's going to be really happy, and anybody who doesn't go to OAX to get these as part of your swag bag is going to be jealous. All right. So we have one other pre-OAX announcement to do, Tatiana, and this
We
is
do.
related
So,
to someone on your team.
yeah, so I'm really excited to announce that Joe Benitez is going to make it to the show. So he had wanted to come and thought he couldn't come, and texted me a few days ago and said he thought he could make it, and he can. So we're really excited to have him. He's a really good friend of mine. I've known him for a long time, and he's obviously a good friend of Joe Weems as well. So them doing a show together is always fantastic because they worked together for years and years. So so Joe will be at the TD Art area, and we'll have originals from him, and he will be taking some small commissions at the show. But what we wanted to talk about tonight is the pre-books that he will be taking in advance of the show. Pre-books are always good when you want bigger pieces, right? Because if they work, they can get it done at home. You're going to get a really nice piece. So we have a few options available. And so if you go to the OAX website, when you scroll down to the commissions, when you click on the Joe Benitez op, it takes you directly to his commission page on my website, which is why that link is a little bit different, but you can still find that directly through the OAX website. Exactly. And if you book directly through the TD Art website, that's fine as well. It's all going to the same place. So whatever works for you.
Exactly. The link, we have the banner images on OAX, but the link takes you over there. So at the end of the day, it's going to go to Tatiana, and she'll be the one to handle all of that. And I even did throw in the link if people wanted to go and see all of the artists that have pre-con opportunities. But let's go ahead and talk about Joe's, because this all just kind of happened really quickly when we found out he was able to attend.
Yeah. So yeah, thanks for being part of getting this all together today, Bill. This was part of our craziness today, trying to get stuff done. So Joe's offering a few options. Any of you who've gotten commissions from him before know that he does these pretty cool toned paper commissions for some of the smaller ones. So he's doing 8.5 by 11, single character bust, and it will be color. And then he picks whatever tone paper he wants. However he wants to match it with the character. So kind of like the gray going with her, because it's a little bit of a darker character and kind of bringing out the skin tones and stuff. So these are always a big hit. People really like the tone paper. And there's a bunch of examples of these on the commission page. There's examples of stuff that are not offered as well that you could, potentially get at the show. But There's tons of bust examples if you wanted to see some additional ones. He draws both men and women really well, so it just, depends on what you like. He's happy to draw it for you. And then in the 8.5 by 11, we're also offering a 3/4 figure. So essentially that's down to the knee. And again, tone paper, color, these are 700. People really like his Harley. So this is a really fun Harley that he did. Wanted to make sure to get male and female characters in there to show. Sometimes I just start picking all the pretty girls out, and then I'm like, wait, nope. So this is a really fun Wolverine. So this one's not quite to the knee, but he wanted to get in a little bit closer, right, to get the claws and that action in there. So it's a little bit more to the top of the thigh. So that when you get a 3/4, it's going to usually be in that range.
All right, let me highlight the next one here. That was, oh, that's right, the pencil.
Yes. So he's also offering an 11 by 17 option. These are what we call like tight pencils or inks. Joe is known for having really high energy work that does tend to be a little bit sloppier, is the term that Joe Weems uses. So for these, it's tighter. So pencils that would be ready for inks or something that he inks himself. So this was actually the piece that he did for the volume 1 of the TD art book prior to Joe Weems inking it. So this would fall under that 3/4 figure, no background, but you're going to have really nice tight pencils. So you could leave it as is, like just as pencils, or if you had wanted to get it inked, it would be ready to get inked, or ready to be inked, I should say. And you can choose either. You can do pencils or inks. And the next example will show you what his inks look like, but it just depends on what it is that you're looking for. So there's a little bit of a caveat on this one as well. So this is 11 by 17 full figure. These are no background. So this had a little bit of upgrades done because the person he did it at home. The person had to wait, one of those kind of situations. So he put a little bit more. So normally you wouldn't have any of that spawn stuff happening on the bottom. It would just be Angela, and you'd probably have a little bit less detail in the weapon. So that's what you're looking at as far as kind of like character without too much other stuff. Obviously, she'd still have all of her doodads and stuff, but you wouldn't have those additional components on the bottom, if that makes sense.
It does. And like you said, there's a lot of examples of his work on the commission page that we linked in here as well. So people who maybe want to wait and maybe get something at the show, that gives them some ideas of what the commission opportunities might be while they're there. And I mean, something like the pencil piece, though, is that something that he would ever tackle at a show? 11 by 17 tight pencils?
The tight pencils and tight ink stuff, he really doesn't do at shows because it really requires him to, sit down and be focused and have the right lighting and all of those things. So if you're looking to get one of the 11 by 17 pieces, I would highly encourage you to pre-book those.
Very good.
And then of course, everything's going to be, first come, first serve the show. So I always highly encourage people to pre-book.
Mm-hmm. Has Joe Weems ever called Benitez Sloppy Joe?
That is what he calls him. That is his nickname, Sloppy Joe.
Poor Joe. Well, hey, I mean, he's got to get the work done, and he's worked with Weems a few times. So
many times. Yeah, I think that the people that Joe Weems has inked the most are Joe Benitez, Mark Silvestri, Michael Turner, and maybe David Finch. So, but he knows how to ink those sloppy.
That's quite the list that Joe Weems has worked with. He's a pretty lucky guy.
Yeah, he got some very cool commission requests for the show. His list filled up pretty quick, and he got some very fun commissions. I cannot wait to see those all done. He got a couple that are things I'm used to him getting, but he got stuff he's never done before, so I'm really excited.
did he seem excited though? I think is the more
Oh
important.
yeah, no, Joe's one of those people where if he doesn't want to take the commission, he won't take it.
He'll turn it down.
Yeah, he'll turn it down because his list, he gets full really fast. I have one more thing I want to show. I was opening this when you first started talking to Pat. So yesterday in the mail, I got the high quality prints that I got done for the near commissions.
Yep.
And I'm only going to show stingrays because the other ones I have not shown the commission or their commissions yet. So, but we know that Stingray has seen his, so I wanted to show it. It's all completely full bleed.
Wow.
So I love this company. It's been a while since I've gotten anything printed with them, but they're really nice, super high quality, really good saturation. They do a fantastic job.
That's incredible.
Yeah. So I'll be getting that all nicely packed up, but since it was here, I thought I would bust it out and show you guys.
Man, that's well, just like Kazra just said, it's a perfect piece. Unbelievable. And Near is obviously incredibly talented, with the pen and inks. But when it comes to coloring too, he's got a talent unmatched by many. I mean, that example is just amazing.
He has started playing around with watercolors and things, and he may or may not have done some extra stuff for you, Bill. I'm gonna make you wait for the show to see.
Okay. You know what? I don't want to see it till Near hands it to me, since he and I have not yet met in person. That's the way it's got to go. And you better be there too when it happens.
Yeah, it's very cool, very cool. And also, Near and we decided to do a super limited print run art book of his commissions, and I think either most or all of the commissions for the show are in the book. It's black and white 24-page art book. We're only doing 50 copies, and so it has a lot of the commissions he's done in them for the last few years. I think a couple of the mystery sketches made it in there, but he kind of picked out the ones he wanted to put in, and so yes, Near will be drawing at the show. He'll probably only be able to do a couple pieces. Near goes really like into this trance. Like when he's getting all those details and things he does, it's like he's in a bubble. So in order for him to be at the show and interact with people, we'll have to kind of split that time. But yes, he will be drawing at the show.
Cool. And you don't have any Joe Weems commissions to show off? Southern Comic Geek wanted to know.
They're all kind of in progress. I can probably go out to his desk right now. Hold on, you guys are gonna have to walk with me through the
spoil it. I guess he got one.
He hasn't started the last one yet, but I can show you. I've been requested to show where you are with your commission. Can you see him?
Oh, they are in progress. Here, let me go full screen here. Oh, wow.
Okay. That's all you guys get.
That's the tease. Well, that's awesome. Thank you, Tatiana.
So they're all coming out really good. He usually he doesn't just do one piece at a time. Right? He usually lays multiple ones out at the same time and works through them. So no, Mark, it's not that Joe. It's the other Joe that's sloppy. Joe Benitez. So so the big one that he's working on is Pit, and then Darkness, which is his #1 request, and then Spawn. And then he has what's her name from Wildcats? Why am I forgetting her name right now? I can't remember.
No, I've seen the emails, but it's been a while. I don't remember which ones he got either.
Yeah. And then the last one that came in was the Max. I'm like so excited to see that. So like he's never done the Max before, and he's never been asked to draw Pit either. And so that should be fun, right? Because Joe inked Dale for quite a while as well. So
they're throwing names at you. Zealot. What do we got in there? Voodoo.
not Zealot, the other one, the purple one. I can tell that I didn't read that book.
Not
I'm
Lady.
really good with all these characters too, but I am blanking right now. Anyway.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Voodoo. Yes,
Voodoo.
thank you. It's Voodoo.
It's got to be Voodoo. There we go. Derek and Corey, and I think we had a Voodoo up there earlier too. Jason.
Yeah.
And I got, hey Jason, I know you got the Vosburg art I shipped finally, and I also got your check, so we're all good, man. Everything's good. But Tatiana, if I'm going to try to keep to the schedule of getting done early tonight, we're going to have to call it right here. But as everybody saw, we've got Pat Broderick's commission list is open up on OAX right now, oa-expo.com, as is Joe Benitez. So you can hop over there and
I'll tell you guys, Pat
open a
told me
pre-book.
when we talked last week, he said he can only take a few. So if you want to get a pre-book from him, you need to jump on it right away because he's not going to be able to have room to take a whole lot of them.
That is true. I didn't note that on the form, but I did see when he emailed you, hit the specs and everything, he had a number on there, and it wasn't very high. So that's true. Oh, and Kaz was mentioning, since Mr. Layton is in the chat, that there is a link over to his calf gallery. So if you're in the chat, you can click that and head on over there. And Mr. Layton, Mr. Bob Layton, or is it Tom Layton? I always forget. Is also taking pre-OAX as well. So you can sign up for his list on the OAX website as well. He was one of the first that we announced, so he's already got a bunch of them. But knowing Bob, he's got them all done right now. He's ready to hand them out. Oh man. All right, Tatiana. Well, listen, you have a fantastic holiday. It's good to see you a couple times today. And I'm sure, well, I know we'll be talking a lot even before Christmas gets here, but
Yeah.
I'm glad that we're doing great things, and we got a lot of fun stuff ahead of us. So again, just thanks for hanging out with me tonight and helping me announce these things, and we'll be talking again soon.
Yep. Happy holidays, everyone.
All right. See you, Tatiana. All right. So yeah, lots of fun stuff going on around here. And I'll just highlight this because Mr. Layton sent this to me. He said he's discovered a new artistic talent in South Korea at the Drink and Draw. And I didn't catch the name. He can type it in the chat. I can't quite make it out. Has kind of a Paul Smithy kind of vibe, doesn't it? I think Bob, you sent me a color one, but I had to move them from computer to computer to show them. So this is the version I got to show off to everybody. But yes, Bob, you still have time. We know you could take. I bet you could take another half dozen if we could steer a few other commissions your way before OAX. She walked in off the street. Well, she's pretty talented. I bet you. I know a guy in the chat right now who wishes he could buy it. And Kazra, yeah, exactly. I can't quit make out the name, but as long as you got her contact info, then share it with Kazra. But she's fantastic. Look at that, really well done. I mean, I can't say I've seen too many better Nightcrawler sketches, especially one that was done at a drink and draw by somebody who came in off the street. So a great discovery, Bob. All right, what else I got here? Here. I've been sitting on some Christmas cards that came in. At least I would assume they're Christmas cards. So, well, let's see. I got one here from 24/7 Comics. We all know Carl Choi, and boy, it's not an envelope that I can open easily. Son of a gun! It's not even. I'm going to save that one for last. I'm going to have to cut that one open. So next up, this is from somebody that Kazra and I know. This is from. It's got a return stamp, says the Korshaks from the Korshak collection. So I got a Christmas card. Well, I got a card. So let's see what it says on here. Oh, very nice image there. And we are happy to be working with us and Kazra building OAX into a wonderful art show. That's and yes, we have a great new year ahead of us. Thank you, Steve Korshak, for that. And that one's going to go up by the front door. And then who sent me this one? Oh, the Siegels. Is James Siegel in the audience? Everybody's going to regret not sending me a Christmas card. James Siegel didn't forget me. It's the family shot here. We've got several. Oh, I didn't know he's a pet lover too. He's got a cat and a dog. Let's see. There you go. Look at that. So your son's going to be older there. Yeah, not. He's getting older. He's going to be taller than you one day, James. I have a feeling. That's nice. Thank you for that. And oh, Brian Norton sent me a card as well. Let's see what we got here. Oh, this one's it's three-dimensional, everybody. Wishing me a wonderful holiday season. Thank you. Now let's try to figure out if we can open up this this Carl Choi card. I mean, look, literally, I think he made this card himself because this piece on the front is like a sticker, and then there's no tab on the back. And I'm almost afraid to try to open this thing up without cutting myself, but I'll do it. I'll take care of this. See what Carl has sent. Well, there's stuff in it. Let's see. Nice happy holidays card. Thank you. And then it's got a Zero Ghost card in it. Thank you for that, Carl. And what else? A promo thing that I'll have to scan the QR code on it. Something from Blade Smith. I'm not familiar with that one, but I am familiar with Zero Ghost. It was a good read. Are we going? What are you guys talking about? Is it a metal card? I don't think it's a metal card. It's very thick though. Thick like Marcus likes them. All right. So there's the cards and oh, and of course a 24/7 sticker right there. All right, let me hit the schedule really quick before I do anything else. Where was that slide? Did I not load it? Yeah, I'll load that up right now. Thought I put that in here already, but clearly I did not. Let me get that in there. But yeah, come on, load. There we go. Okay, so what do we got here? We only got one other show before Christmas, and that'll be an interview with Justin Underwood that Kazra Gambari will be tackling. I may pop in to say hi. This is Justin's from Spidey Hits. He actually doesn't have any art in his calf gallery, but if you follow his Spidey Hits channel, you'll see a lot of the pieces that he's picked up over time. His channel, gosh, I know his channel has more subscribers than ours does, and he's a lot of fun. Very knowledgeable guy, very fun. He was at OAX last year. He's going to be at OAX set up with a booth in CAX this year. So we'll be talking with him next Monday. Won't have a show on Tuesday. It's Christmas Eve. No dueling dealers. We'll have Steve W. Miami Steve will be with us on the 30th. That'll be another Kazra interview. Then Haas Signature Auction Preview. Jose Caballero will be with us. That'll be another Kazra interview. And then we've got an art sale, all that crazy stuff. But what's the most important is OAX on the 24th through the 26th. Then, as you can see, I did list the IC3 show on the right there. That's March 15th, 2025, single day show. For those of you in the Northeast and anybody that likes to travel and appreciate the indie comic art scene, there's I got the scoop on a lot of the number of guests and a lot of fun stuff that's going on there. And we'll be talking a lot more about that in the new year. And then the Comic Art Live dates. You guys got to remember those, May 17th and 18th of 2025, and then again, November 15th and 16th of 2025. Very, very, very important dates to remember. And I see Mr. Chris Snork is in the green room here, so let me bring him in. Hey, it's Chris Shirt. Let me see what you got. Here, go full screen. Oh boy, that is awesome. Dan T. Man, he is like a Picasso.
He's got a vision. That's what he's got. He's got a vision.
He certainly does.
Yeah.
So hey, what do I got here? So are you ready for the holidays? Got all your Christmas shopping done?
Yep.
Yeah, I kind of figured you're a little regimental and you would never wait till the last minute. You're a guy that doesn't like crowds.
I don't. Nope. I do a lot of the shopping online, and we do it all pretty early.
Wise man. That's
Yep,
very
yep.
wise. Yeah, I do the same. I don't like going to malls or if I can keep myself out of a department store of any kind, I'm happy to do it. Let Maureen do all of that. But let me see here. I do have something right here. I got two things I can show off. I literally, yeah, I'm leaving at 9 a.m. tomorrow, so I got this in the mail today. I opened it because it was a little bent, and I was thinking, there's going to be some art in there. That might not be a good thing. I knew that some of Jiggy's artists were sending their art to me because they're not with him in the Philippines, and so I opened it in advance, and the art is actually fine. It's from Andrew Drillone from the Next Comic Art team. So here, let me go full screen here, and I'll show everybody what was in the package that will not be getting mailed out, unfortunately, until I get back from Ohio. So whomever got this Snoopy, I've actually got to go check the spreadsheets because unlike, Jiggy always wrote the names of the recipients on the back, I'm going to have to figure these ones out myself. But this is a nice one, and I have a feeling a gentleman in Europe got this one, but I'll know for certain once I check the spreadsheet. And then this one is a very nice Thunderbird. Look at that.
Oh yeah.
That came out really, really, really nice. Colors are good and full color. Come on, and again, I think that I wouldn't mind having that.
Yeah.
So there you go. There were two pieces in there, and I know I think I have another package coming in from UPS from Canada. Another one of Jiggy's artists that I ended up. It was supposed to arrive today, and then I got a notification late that it's arriving tomorrow. So I went in and I actually had to pay $10 for them to hold it until the first no, the
Oh,
second,
geez.
2nd of January, because I'm not going to be here. I'm not going to have them. Even though the neighbors are watching for packages, there's no way I'm going to have artwork laying out by my front gate.
Yeah.
So that was unfortunate, but I can tell everybody though that Jiggy and I are going to coordinate. I think he has all of the rest of the art. There's maybe another 15, 20 pieces that came to him from artists not in the Philippines. He's timing that delivery, so I'll get it around the 2nd or 3rd of January, and then I think we'll turn those around as soon as we get those in.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. Don't have it be in the system.
No, not at all. And yeah, $10.
I know,
$10
that's crazy.
to hold a package. Well, apparently, if you were, they have like this pro plan. If you spend like $150 a year, they'll hold stuff for free. But okay.
You're gonna do it 15 times.
How often am I going to get them to hold a
Right.
package? Exactly. That's not going to happen. So I paid the $10. One other package arrived. Tariq had sent me. I don't know why. He said he sent me a package and it arrived today. It says, well, who knows what's going to be inside of it, but I actually had Tariq as we did a gift exchange that some people might have heard of. Some other art collectors are in on that. And I actually had Tariq, and I got Tariq a muscle shirt with Galactus on it. I told him, he's got to show off his guns at OAX.
Right,
so we'll see if he wears that. I said, at the very least, when he's in the gym in the morning, I expect to see him running on a treadmill with that thing on. And they actually had they actually make a Galactus lunchbox. So I got him a Galactus. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
That's oddly fitting.
Yep.
Does the thermos look like the Earth?
It should have. What?
Should go in, yeah.
All right, what does it say? Bill, thank you for everything you do. Tariq. All right, what do we got here? What else did I get, Tariq?
Cowboy boots.
I should have gotten some cowboy boots.
I think that's what's in your package.
Oh, you think that? No, I don't think so. Let's and I don't want to catching a glimpse of it. It looks pretty cool. I think it's something that's going to make its way to one of the back bookshelves here. Oh, I got him a sketch cover. That's right. That had Galactus on it.
All right.
All right. I think it's going to have to get broken out of this packaging because I don't quite get it.
Oh yeah.
But looks like you can he's got some interchangeable parts, it looks like.
That's
but
cool.
it is a captain, and look, I don't think that's a beheading. Oh, you can't even see it. There's a Thor head here.
Yeah.
His head is not attached over there, but there you go. Thank you,
That's great.
Tariq. And look, for those of you who are
Oh,
fans of
Bill,
Captain,
look at the chat.
it's signed by Walt Simonson. What? Holy shit! Oh my god! All right, it's a little dark in here, Tariq. I'm sorry, I didn't even see that. Oh my god! All right, well there you go, Tariq. You are the man.
That is awesome.
I'm unworthy.
The
Oh my
unworthy
god!
Cox.
Yes, indeed. That's sad. Wow. Well, I was looking at this. I mean, it's clearly a Simonson image there, but nope, did not see that right across the top. Oh man, Tariq, you're the man. Thank you so much. I appreciate this. It will, guys. Now I don't want to open it.
Yeah, you can't open it now.
I can't open it. That's gonna have to stay. All right. Well, Tariq, thank you so much. All right. Now what is that? Okay. I think I've done everything on my list here that I was
All
needing
right.
to do. Yeah. But what the bad thing is I closed every single window I had open because I accidentally started the show with a with the damn thing playing in the background. It was awful. I hate that's like I've only done that like 3 or 4 times, but every time I do it, it's an awful experience. So I'm gonna have to open
Anytime I can't access Comic Art Fans, I'm gonna think, did Bill close all of his browsers or something again?
it. Yeah, I've got a bad habit of doing stuff like that. All right, let me shoot. Let me get I got to get the thing loaded up so I can show off heritage pics before I play the EXP video. Doggone it. Here, I'll just open them up while we're doing this. I'll share my screen.
This will
So
be interesting because I have not looked at Heritage. I'm like boycotting them, I guess, subconsciously right now because they haven't shipped my art yet.
oh no. What
Yeah.
from which auction?
Oh,
You're not
beginning
taking
of November?
Wait, you're talking about the Chaikin?
No, that was no, I bought a Tommy Lee Edwards.
Oh, okay. Shoot. Well, that sucks.
Yeah, well,
What's the holdup?
I don't know. They sent me a form email basically and said like, "Oh, it's that time of year." Ha ha ha. And I was like, oh, "All right."
That's not a good answer. Oh well. Well, sorry, man. I get it, but I think if I'm not mistaken, the weekly auction with them is ending on Thursday, not Christmas Day. When I was and let's see. I mean, I loaded up the first piece here from Nexus. It does say I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty confident that when I checked it out, it for some reason said that it was.
I mean, I can see that.
You can see it says December 26th there. So it's a Thursday closing date for these weekly auctions. So first up, a Nexus 2 page from 1982. But, we've been seeing a few of these pop up on CAF of late. This might not be like the best example ever, but I mean, come on, it's Nexus 2. It's already at $2,000.
Capital Comics, man, that was published right here.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
Oh man, well, let's see what's next here. Oh, this was a weird one, so I picked it. I mean, not weird in a bad way. This was a Mickey Mouse Weekly from like 1939, but which I can't say I mean, I don't know. Maybe there's 1 or 2 of them on CAF. But the art style is just awesome. I mean, this is just so damn cool.
Yeah. Wow. And
I know,
really like, man, technical and like, I mean, anything you would want.
I know. I mean, it was shocking. I was like, I have to show this thing off. I mean, I don't know much about it.
It's so good that it almost looks like a modern artist who's like doing a pastiche of that.
Isn't it weird?
Yeah.
I mean, that's like the Robert Crumb guy, right? Or something. It's just crazy. Yep. It's yeah. And where is it? It's $230. I mean, it's too nice. Anyway, so there was that one, and I think they weren't even sure if the right artist was attributed on it or not. Then I'm just going to open them all so that I can just run through them much quicker. But I know that I can tell you the next piece is going to be a Bill Sienkiewicz Moon Knight piece from that Marvel premiere issue. I'm happy to show that any of those now that I've gotten my own. This page is actually pretty good. I mean, that
No.
that panel right there, holy mackerel.
Yeah.
I mean, how many other artists have taken that image of Moon Knight or even this image of Moon Knight and
Oh,
have
yeah.
used it since then? But, I mean, look, this is a fantastic page. That second panel is all, it's
Oh, that
vertigo
fog
in
in the
there.
foreground there too is so really cool. The placement is nice.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man, this is. I mean, I see it now, and it's like, yeah, I wouldn't mind bidding on it, but now I've got my own. But this is nice. We've seen a few of these
Mhm.
pages from the issue pop up. This is probably my second favorite one that I've seen so far. Then a couple things I loaded up just because I was like, these are the pieces that people are always looking for examples from. This is from the Nam issue 6,
Yep.
Mike Golden pencils and John Beatty inks. So you get a choppa, and look at that. It kind of that's not too bad. It's
There you
it's a,
go.
it's a decent page. It's
Still
only
Russ
100.
Heath, but
Yeah, I've got a Russ Heath. Speaking of Russ Heath, coming up here, then Neil Adams Batman scribble. But there's many out there. I thought this one was kind of fun. I mean, his signature is, I don't know. There's just something about it. It's not the standard profile shot that we're used to getting a lot of. That he did a lot in those live streams that he was doing during the pandemic. I think this is a really good one, and it probably
the outline on the chest is like especially graphic and like quick and slashy, but in like a very stylized way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, this is a good one. And yeah, Dan, you're absolutely right. That Disney piece did have a wood ring kind of feel to it. Absolutely.
Marcus said like Cuphead too, that
Oh,
game.
Cuphead. Yeah, that's right. I mean, I don't know, man. That there's something about that page.
Yeah.
I'd like to see that wind up on calf. All right, so here, Russ Heath, Rocketeer movie adaptation page. So
Cool.
not too shabby. And then what else did I pick? Oh, this is I'm targeting Alberto on this. It's a Butch Guice cap cover. I have no idea from what. It says AAFES 12th edition. I don't know what that's from. But at the end of the day, come on. Look at this. The detail in here by Mr.
Oh, wow.
Guice.
Wow.
Oh, Alberto's the high bidder on this one. Okay, good.
The saturation on the body, like, or the contrast versus the the head and the shoulder and the chest, give it a really like almost photorealistic look when you don't look at it like straight on. If you're looking at the whole composition, that has a real photorealistic quality.
It does. And AAFES is a free comic book for the armed forces.
Oh, cool.
Thank you, Alberto.
Even cooler reason to have this.
Yeah. A couple more here. This was a Morton Meskin. I don't even know what was it from. Oh, Black Cat Comics. I just, as when I look at it, when I saw it as a thumbnail, I was like, it's a great layout. I didn't even know who the artist was until I clicked over to it. But I just think this is a great piece of art, and it's from what year was this thing done? Shoot, I can't see it through the by cheating, but
you can
yeah.
see remember we were talking about that guy analyzing the Toth page last week,
right?
You can see that stuff here, right? It's in where he spots the blacks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. I mean, even he's tying these two panels together here.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. I mean, even right here.
I know.
The shoulder leading into the back of her dress. That's funny. Kurtzman-ish. Yeah, kind of, Antoine. So, yeah, so now I want to see what year this was. I forget. 56. All right, two more here. And again, I picked this one, Brian Stelfree's interior from a Batman Devil's Asylum story. Again, there's very hard to find Brian Stelfree's interiors and Batman here. So it may not be like the coolest page we're ever going to see from Brian, but for those of you wanting to get an example of his published work, here's a piece that is probably going to be fairly affordable. And then I picked this one for kind of the same reason, Adam Hughes, JLA page from 1990.
I mean, there are people that prefer these as guys' work from this era too.
So there you have it.
I think they would have been studio mates at that time.
Oh yeah, Art Nichols.
I think they were both at Gaijin at the same time.
All right. Well, I didn't look at everything that they had. I was in a hurry today. So those are my picks. There's probably other good pieces out there, everybody. Some you might be happy I didn't show tonight, but there you have it. Just remember the auction closes on Thursday of next week.
Hopefully you're busy having fun on.
Exactly. And I can tell you what, something else that should be happening on Thursday of next week, the 26th, the app should be releasing the day after Christmas. So when all of you guys are feeling chubby and you got a beer in your hand because you don't have to go to work, you'll get an email from CAP letting you know that you can download the app for the first time. And
that's great.
Yes, it's finally the moment has finally arrived, and it's gonna be like a Christmas miracle for everybody. December 26th, the date that will live in infamy. So yes, there you have it. Will there be a CAF update next Thursday? Maybe. Yeah, why not? I mean, we could do something. Maybe we'll do something. Well, I'm sure there'll be a bit of OAX something or other to talk about. We do have a few other artists that need to get announced, and there's reasons why we haven't gotten that done yet. But yeah, we'll have something. At the very least, Chris and I'll hang out and talk art.
Yes. At the very least.
At the very least. And you can give me your opinion on the app at that point too.
Okay, that'd be great. I might be drunk, but that wouldn't be the first time.
No, that'd be fine. Maybe you never know. I mean, I was part of
have my best opinions
when you're drunk.
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right. Well, before we get on to the picks tonight, we do have a preview for the EXP that is happening tomorrow with Nick. 7 o'clock on YouTube, on Facebook, I think over on Twitch, and probably Instagram as well. That's the site that we haven't quite mastered to stream over at yet. But
doing
Nick
better though. Those OAX videos have been fun.
They have, yeah. We had the gentleman who was going around doing some of the interviews for us last year said, "Hey, would you like to get some of these clips that I had?" And we're like, "Heck yeah, man!"
Yeah.
Start throwing them our way, and so we've been working hard. Matt Sardo, who came over from IC3, has been doing a lot of the social posting for us. So yeah, it's good to have a team around us here, being able to do some things that we weren't able to do last year. So
very cool.
Very, very happy with that. But here, let me play this video from the show for the EXP tomorrow, and you get to hear what Nick is bringing for sale.
Everybody, this Friday, December 20th, I was about to say November, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific, on the Original Art Experience, we're going to have original art. So, I bet you're wondering, what do I have behind my back in my hands? I'll show you that last. Between now and then, let's go with, we are going to have Mighty Avengers by Koi Pham and Scott Hanna. I'm going to bring back this Tom Raimi Annihilation Conquest in case Ian Saint shows up. Then we have Ultimate Sinister 6, number 7, page 16. I don't know if anybody knows any like Galactus or Spider-Gwen or Moon Knight or Gambit or Hulk fans, with all these for this What If, where they all become heralds of Galactus, but this is a Mark Bagley cover, so I don't know, maybe we'll find one or two Galactus fans. I have something different here. This is from John Romita Sr. personal file. This is his file copy of a reproduction of the calendar he did with John Jr. from his personal collection. Will come with a certificate, available Friday. Then for any ROM fans, I think there might be one or two ROM fans, we're going to have this Bob Layton commission cover art, which is gorgeous. Then we're going to have some cover-ups. We will have the cover-up to Amazing Spider-Man number 8, the published and the unpublished. We're going to have the cover-up to Eddie Brock Carnage number 1, really cool. We're going to have the cover-up to Amazing Spider-Man 66, Spidey and Black Cat. And then we're going to have the cover-up to Wolverine number 1. Then we're going to have some Howard Porter art. And as Marcus would remind me to remind everybody, Howard Porter does not draw traditionally anymore. So we will have a little bit of art. What's a show without Fernando Pasarin? Oh, wait. More Howard Porter art. Then we have covers by Brett Booth, Aquaman, The Flash, plus a Witchblade cover by our friend Luke Ross. Last one I had, Anthony bought it because it looked like Sharon. Some of the, they may look like Sharon. Then, this is what I was hiding. I'm going to put a few pieces of original art that were previously on shows at holiday pricing. We can call it Christmas pricing, Hanukkah pricing, Kwanzaa pricing, Festivus pricing, holiday pricing. So something for everyone. So this Friday, December 20th, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific, hit that thumbs up, and I will see you then. Have a great one, everybody.
He kind of changed the music, right? I mean, it's not bow chicka bow bow anymore. It's a little more laid back and sedate. What's
Very
going on
chill.
with that, Nick? It must be because it's the holidays. Oh shoot. I'll tell you, I woke up this morning, man, and I had the worst pain in my shoulders. Like my neck was pinched. I couldn't move my arm. Ended up taking like 4 ibuprofen. And I'm like, what the hell did I do? I couldn't believe. I'm like, I don't even work out because I have no time. I do nothing around here. I didn't have a slip and fall at Cafe HQ or anything. And Maureen even broke out the icy hot. I'm like, what in the hell did I do? And it dawned on me. I went out to get a box out of the garage, and as soon as I picked it up, I knew exactly what I did. When I went to the post office 2 days ago, I had about 36 mystery sketches in Masonite. And I pulled up to the post office and there was nobody there. The parking lot's empty. And I had 2 stacks. I carried them out in 2 stacks to the back of the car. But I'm like, crap, I'm taking them all in there. There's nobody here. So I took them out of the back of the trunk and I had them in my arms. And I'm like, I can't close the trunk. I regretted not paying that extra $200 for that thing where you swipe your foot.
Close, yeah.
So I wasn't going to put them on the ground. So I somehow managed to get them all into one hand and close the damn thing. And I guarantee that at that moment, yeah, it was like, around like, what did I do?
72 sheets of Masonite.
Not a wise thing to do. That's
Nope.
Exactly. That's like three sheets of Masonite in one, in my weak arm, as if I have a strong arm. So, I've learned my lesson. I'm going to bring a helper from now on when I'm delivering mystery sketches to the post office. Anyway, I'm just delaying the inevitable here. So let's see. We got a CAF update to do now, and then we can talk about some art. I think everybody's in the dealer world is feeling a little bit better. $289,000 in sales this past week compared to 182 the week before, and less than that the week before that. And so let's see. We got. Let me see what the top 6 sales were because I do not know myself. First up, we have. Oh, I'm playing the wrong one. That's the auction one. Whoa. Here we go. Here's the dealer one. This wasn't this a complete issue? I think it was a Nick Klein Incredible Hulk 14, and it sold for $30,000. I don't believe it's a cover only. I think this one was the complete
that was the issue. Yeah.
Yep. So that's freaking awesome. And Nick Klein, he needs to do color work all the time. Then Tatiana came in number 2. This might be a first. $12,000 on this Jimmy Palmiotti and Mark Teixeira Marvel Knights 1 cover. That one, and that's, that one did sell on Dueling Dealers, as a matter of fact. I forgot about that. I guess the buyer finally finished their payments. So then we have Absolute Batman issue 2, page 18, Nick Dragotta from Felix, and another one. This is page 8 from issue 2, one for $10,000. Then over to Albert Moy. What did Albert have? Albert had a Swamp Thing issue 10 prelim to the cover. Oh shoot! How did I not see that?
Dang.
That's wow, $8,000 almost feels a little cheap for that one, Albert. Then finally we have a Daniel Warren Johnson. I saw this one, it popped up. Absolute Batman number 2 cover, variant cover, went for $8,000. A DWJ. That's worth it. Yeah,
so that's only like $1 a body.
Yeah, it is. Now let's see, auction side of things. It's all skewed because there was a couple heritage auctions. Of course, there was the illustration showcase auction that happened last week that it was probably around $400,000. So the total is around 360 from last week. eBay actually didn't even break 100. They had 80, and Heritage Weekly Auction was 144. So the stuff we kind of lean into didn't perform very well. But we'll see which pieces did sell. First up, we have eBay. The top 3 eBay sales were first this Alan Davis Nightcrawler commission, went for $3,000. Now, I did not check to see if any of these were won on best offers or not. That seems maybe a little haul, but that Paul Neary inks. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Right. Then a Kamolo piece. This seems a little high to me, but this thing could be gigantic. It could be poster size, 2 foot by 3 foot. And this is Thor versus the Absorbing Man, and you get Loki in there for free, $2,500 on that. And then a Wayne Van Zant Nam 45 cover. Speaking of Nam, we have another image here. This one went for $2,000. Now, let's see. I know we're going to mention somebody else we talked about earlier, but this is a Graham Nolan page again from Vengeance of Bane. These things just keep rocking and rolling. This one went for $5,520. Then Russ Heath, Rocketeer, official movie adaptation. How does this happen? $100 on this one. This is a really good one. How did I not see this last week? When I'm picking stuff feature, I swear Heritage put stuff in that wasn't there after the first day. Then last but not least, it says Spanish artist Mission to the Moon paperback cover, a recreation illustration. So we don't even get to know who the artist was on that, but it went for $2,640.
Was important to someone.
It was, definitely. It looked like something Glenn Crane would probably pick up. But I'm not, I have no inside knowledge of that. Oh, all right. So we can do our thing now, man. We can look at the artwork and call it an evening.
All right.
Get the right screen prepped and ready to go. That was a very nice Russ Heath piece, Ron. But again, way better than the piece I picked to show off today. I don't know how. I just don't understand how pieces like that, I don't see them.
Fall through the cracks.
It's impossible. Then again, I'll tell you, I had Tariq as my so this could be just a personal issue, I guess. Is he's my gift exchange. We're all in a Zoom call and I can't see him. And there's only 16 of us in the chat, right? There's 4 rows of 4. And I'm like, well, Tariq's not here. And he's like, I'm right here, Bill. He's kind of in the middle. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, at any rate, it's maybe that's what my problem is. I mean, I clearly have problems with grids. So all right. Well, anyways, let's see what we got here. This first image. This might have been a pick because you love Chris Samnee, or it might have been a pick because it's got the thing on it.
I saw it and I was like, I'm going to pick this, but I'm going to put it first. I'm just going to get it out of the way because I'm going to take a ton of heat for it. So, yeah, obviously, Chris Samnee, everybody knows I love his stuff. And then, to see him illustrate, the quintessential battle, I mean, I would dearly, dearly love to own this piece myself. So it might be a jealousy pick more than anything.
Look, he even threw an extra thing doodle in here. Did you?
He always does.
Look at that.
Isn't that awesome?
That is awesome. The thing in a tux. Wow. Well, it's unfortunate the scan's not any bigger because that would be awesome. But anyways,
that's one of the beauties of Samnee, though. Like you get the whole, you really get the idea even at this size.
That's true. That is very true. I like this one a lot. Chris is awesome. So what is this? I forgot Tariq's in the chat. I didn't see you, man. I'm so sorry. I feel awful. Everybody's like, he's right there, Bill, and everybody's pointing in a different direction because he's in different spots on everybody's screen.
He's like
no,
the
that's not
Cena of the chat.
Mm-hmm. How come you didn't buy it during CAF Live? Was it available?
Oh,
so I guess
because I didn't see it.
Yeah. Huh, well,
Samnee's not in my watch list, believe it or not.
And we know thing doesn't really work too well for you,
right?
Right, as a keyword.
Yeah. It does me more harm than good. So this is a literal jealousy pick because I tried to buy this and I was in it to win it and I did not win it. So Mr. Hoenerjager, I think that's how you pronounce his name.
Right, Greg. Okay.
He and I had been talking about something else, I think to do with Heritage, like kind of off to the side in a direct message. And then he posted this thing and I was like, damn it. I had no idea. He and I are bitching back and forth about Heritage not shipping our stuff. And he bought this page that I tried so hard to get.
Well, that's at least it ended up with with the right okay, maybe not the right collector, but a collector, an almost worthy collector.
He definitely appreciates it.
Heck yeah, this is awesome. Now this
It's
is
amazing.
what was it from though? I can't remember. Oh, Weird
Weird Western
Western.
Tales, yeah.
And you're a big Jonah Hex guy, so
Yep,
yeah,
absolutely.
so
I don't have a Doug Wildey, so I love, love, love Doug Wildey. Like, I'm a huge Johnny Quest fan, so like this
mhm.
was a real, like, this is an amazing issue. This is an incredible page from an incredible issue.
It is. This I wouldn't mind seeing this one in person too because it looks freaking amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry you didn't get it, but you did push him up though. He paid a little bit more for it.
I think a lot more because he paid more than I was willing to pay for it. So he earned it literally and figuratively.
Well, congrats to Greg on that one, and you can't win them all.
Yep.
So here we have a Simone Bianchi Spawn 339 cover. Now whose collection is this? Alexander Dordevsky, Slovenia.
All right.
Cool.
So we talk a lot. So I feel like when we talk about paintings, we talk a lot about like chroma and hue and saturation and all those things. And like what I think love the most about this piece is like the richness that he gets out of all the colors. Like the greens have some red in them and the red has some green in it. And like he really uses that complementary nature of those two colors to add like a lot of vibrancy, even in this is very dark, right? But then to contrast, the whites are very white. There's obviously some gray happening and stuff in there too, but he's still like with how rich and how dark this whole thing is, he manages to like bring you right to Spawn.
Yeah, I mean, same thing when I saw it. I mean, I just felt like the red is incredibly rich. I mean, it's almost like velour. It is so, you can almost feel it. It's spectacular, and I like again the same thing as you. The white highlights just make this thing pop, and it's pretty awesome. I mean, Simone's stuff sometimes is just really really bright, and he plays around with colors and models things a lot, and that's just kind of his style. It works really well. But this one, there's a lot of detail in this, that I kind of would think in some cases he might not do it that way all the time.
I agree. Yeah.
But here it's did it say what the size of this thing is? I mean, I'm wondering if it's well, here we go. There's a framed image. So, oh shoot. So that's got to be how many hands?
Would that be A3 or A4?
I'm thinking A4 because that would be about it's got to be at least 22 by 14 somewhere in that area. So there you go. I mean, it's a really oversized piece and gives them a lot of more room to play. That's great. All right, no, that's a good one. Then now I noticed you picked two pieces from the same collector.
I did, and this is the first of the two. And the reason I did it is because we see so little of this type of stuff added to CAF, and the collector had actually three, I think, but two really great ads, and this being the first one of them. So I love the fact that this kind of stuff does occasionally get added to CAF because then, we get to talk about it. But this is like incredibly graphic. It's really visually interesting at the same time. I feel like because of the way he chose to like open the door, so you get the crack of the door on the left and you get like what's happening in the hallway with the fire on the right. And I think that's such an incredible way to showcase what is otherwise kind of a drab center section and dark. But that's just a great design choice. And like when you see this kind of stuff, I feel like it's worth talking about.
Yeah, I love it. I even love the crack behind him, at the other side of the door, just to kind of highlight the piece. It would have made the whole thing a little bit darker, but boy, that's just it. It's now, what is it from though? And then I don't know what an extra drawing. Okay, I'm gonna have to read the description. Ed Kinsella is the artist. Huh. And it's got multiple sketches in here. Pictures this. Well, here, let me see. What were the other sketches? I'm not familiar with the artist. Oh, that's great. Tiny illustration, but that's cool.
I think they're thumbs. Like literally.
These are like his rough.
Were his concepts.
Oh, wait a minute. So okay. So, I mean, I wish I would have looked at those first. Because at first I thought this was kind of a stairway, but it's not. It's a bed.
Yeah.
Oh wow, and well now it's even more interesting. I don't know anything about the image or the artist, but it's very
But that's
cool.
like the cool thing about it, right? And like now you want to know more.
Uh-huh. Now this was in Matt's Calf Gallery, and so then we also have a Noel Sickles
Yeah,
illustration, something that we don't see too often on Calf.
exactly. Does
People
this
like
blow
him.
up?
No, it doesn't. But I mean,
Oh,
we could go over to Heritage and find it because it's got the imaged by Heritage on there. Wow, that's
I guess it's not the end of the world because this clearly isn't about the details, right?
no.
Like this is just about shapes. It's about creating an incredible composition. It's about that perspective of the roof line and the porch line, and like
Mhm.
what that's doing to your eye. That center line like cuts perfectly through those two planes, and that little hint of orange in the window in the door.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Yeah. And Matt's got a pretty interesting art collection. I think
Yeah.
he's got a good eye, but that one in particular, uh, let's see. See, it's going to make me want to go over to Heritage after and check this one out. But congrats to Matt. A couple good pieces he added to his calf gallery. Now, Matt Wagner, we don't have an OAX alert like everybody's been telling me I need to make every time we talk about an artist who's going to OAX. But here's Matt Wagner. He's going to OAX. And who
There you go. You
and
did it in
who
real
else?
time.
I did. Oh, Dan M. Okay. Congrats to Dan M for this pickup.
I feel like nowadays, if I see a nice Wagner, I'm going to assume it's Flanders. But in this case, it wasn't. So I picked this. I love Matt Wagner. I love Grendel. This is probably the for me like peak time when I was reading stuff from kind of that universe. And so it's a
Mhm.
bit of a nostalgia pick for me. But it's also got a couple of like it's got Hunter's skull there. It's got like key characters that you would want to see on the cover of something like an omnibus. I think he picked really well, like what he chose to showcase and how he chose to showcase it.
Yeah, this is very nice. For those of you going to OAX, Matt Wagner is still taking commissions, so I know his list is almost full. So keep that in mind. Yeah, this is nice. Dan M adds another awesome piece to his calf. Now, you knew I picked this one because I made it the show graphic and you stole it from me.
Sorry, I never see the show graphic until like Thursday. I feel like.
You know what? The thing is, I didn't create the show graphic until Wednesday, so
Ah,
maybe I looked at your list. Yeah, maybe there's a little influence going on there. But who could not pick this piece for crying
right.
out loud? I mean, it probably was like the most commented piece added last week, but it's the colors. It's
Yeah.
how does he do it?
And you know what when I saw this, I've seen it before, but when I saw this on CAF and I was like kind of poring over it, I was like, I think I finally figured out what I really love about these, like, the ultimate like wall power, like whatever level of commission this is. It
Mhm.
reminds me so much of a poster that I would have had on my wall as a kid. You know, it's
Yeah.
just got that like that pop, that vibrancy, that richness, that like, this in spite of the fact that this is the original, right? You're looking at the original. It's not color corrected. It's not, like blah, blah, blah that they do pre-press. That's what this looks like.
Yeah, it's it's the more you look at it, the more confounding it becomes, right? I mean,
Yeah.
first it's like you just look at all the wrinkles in Hulk's fist over here, and then you look over here at Spidey where he's thwipping away. There's so much detail packed in just in
Mhm.
these tiny little areas. Even like freaking it just it's
I
I,
know.
I don't understand how he has the patience even to kind of pull all this together.
And
And
the way he does his highlights, one, it's so meticulous, but two, it's like so accurate. Like
right.
the accuracy of the lighting on the figures makes them so 3D. And like when you look at stuff like you said about like the wrinkles or the veins on the Hulk, like individually lighting the curvature of those veins, stuff like that. I mean, this is just it's untouchable.
Yeah. No, Chris, well, he's amazing. And I mean, this is in Bill J's collection, of course. Chris is going to be at OAX. I saw Marcus. Hey, yeah, Marcus. He's not going to be at OAX, but he knows all of the artists that are going. And Bill J is going to be there this year too. I know that he picked up a ticket, and that'll be fun. He wasn't at year one,
That's
but
awesome.
you can't miss year two. And
That's the guy I want to meet.
He's there's no one else quite like Bill. So if you, I'll be happy to introduce you to him if
Great.
you haven't met him by the time we've run into each other. Thank you, Marcus. And oh shoot, I didn't even put the like on that one. All right, then next up, Aaron Weisenfeld is always a favorite of mine. And what was this from? Deathblow and Wolverine.
There's just not enough of this.
No.
You know, the line quality. I mean, the weights, the like where he's inking and what he's not inking. He just makes like all the right choices, and everything is like kind of oddly busy, but at the same time very clean.
Yeah, I've always like Aaron's just awesome. I wish he did a lot more work in comics, but he's a fabulous artist. Still putting out great work, more in the fine art side of things or imaginative realism side of things. I don't know what you kind of classify his style as, but yeah, this is very, very cool. And like you said, there really isn't a lot. I have no idea how many comics, narrative art pieces that are out there that he worked on, but there are not many.
Yeah.
And it was in Royd's Calf Gallery. Oh, cool.
Yeah. One of the first commissions I got was through Royd.
Really?
Yeah. I commissioned, I'm trying to think. It'll come back to me.
All right. Well, we got a James Heron piece here. And this is in whose Calf Gallery? Paul McInnes. Oh, cool. From Australia. He's down under.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. Let's see. Whoa, holy mackerel. Shoot. I did not realize how big the scan was. I mean, I can't even. I'm going to have to open it a different way.
We can look at it in 16ths.
Exactly. Wow. That's
Isn't
incredible.
Awesome? Yeah. He takes everything that's like great about the manga and makes it his own. I mean, this is very much something that is cut right, no pun intended, right from the pages of the book, right? And to see like the kind of the camera angle that he chose, or the staging that he chose, and that doesn't look like the manji from the manga. It looks like James Heron's manji.
Right. Wow. This is crazy.
Yeah.
Oh man, I love it. And I see Paul's in the chat. Congrats, Paul. This is a beautiful piece.
Very cool.
Wow. I love it. And I appreciate the size of that scan, man. That thing is freaking huge. Thank you for that. Now here's something funny. When I didn't read your list when I clicked on it, and somehow even when I opened it, I came to here. And because there's something about the art style that doesn't scream Chaykin initially to me, okay? But the layout screamed Chaykin. I'm like, this is Howard Chaykin, and I'm like, holy crap, it is Howard Chaykin.
Go Bill, that's it. Hell yeah.
But it was only from the layout, and the way he had spotted his blacks, and and it handled the bottom three panels. It was like, wow, this is such a well laid out page. It reminds me of Howard, and then it hit me because there's something about it that doesn't. The style didn't scream Chaykin to me as far as the art style, but man, Howard, he's made some great. He's going to go down as one of the best interior panel layout designers ever, and something like this is a clear reason why.
Yeah, and I think the interesting thing about that comment is like oddly, but nice for us. These all exhibit really well, right? For the same reasons. Yeah. So I take your comment. I think maybe it's the inking. Like it's chunkier. It's definitely not like some of the more, I guess, markery stuff. And it's got a like Tony Salmon's feel to it in places, I guess. So I get what you're saying. Also like a little Mignola type stuff going like within the coat in the second panel, and those bottom three panels are very Mignola-esque in my mind. But This was, I guess this is, it's funny you say that you didn't think Howard, because for me, like, this is what I kind of, maybe because it's my favorite stuff, this is what I think of.
Okay. No, I mean, and so this is from the Shadow. I don't know. I can't, I'm still looking at it and I'm like, it's not screaming Howard to me, but I mean, but it should, but it's the layout. The layout gets me. I don't know.
Hmm.
It's back to, maybe I need a long nap.
Actually, you know what it is, maybe, Bill? If you
What
scroll
is
down,
it? Tell me.
there's no real faces on this page.
Ah, you
And
know,
like
that's
so many people, like, Howard certainly has a very distinctive way that he draws faces, right? And like I feel like that's what a lot of people identify artists by maybe easiest, is when you see
mhm.
them draw a face.
That may be it. You're right, because he's so great at kind of pulling the camera angles in and doing
Mhm.
that sort of thing. And you're right, he doesn't do it once here. Huh. But I could still read it. I still read it as
Mhm.
a Chaikin layout.
Yeah,
But
that's awesome.
yeah, that speaks volumes for the guy. Hey, Carl, I opened up your Christmas card. Thank you for that. Let's see. Was that your last one?
Was it?
I don't know. Let me see what else we got here.
It
Yeah, that
was.
was. It
Okay.
was. All right. Well, that's a good set.
10
So
up,
I'll
10
go
down.
exactly. I think I have 11, but I'll go through mine quick. This piece, a lot of, I don't know. To me, I uh I like this piece a lot. I actually saw it on Facebook shared there before I saw it on CAF. But I mean, what's not to like about this era Jay Lee stuff? So
Mhm.
this was an interior page that was used as a trade paperback cover too, I think.
That yeah, that bottom panel with strife.
That's right. Yeah, just the bottom panel. But yeah, I just like his Submariner work. That's kind of when I first started liking and appreciating Jay Lee's stuff, and I like this piece a lot.
Yeah.
So it's wow worthy goo. That's for sure. Then this one was in Dan Paddock's calf gallery. It's
Oh
so it's
man.
it's John Byrne, but it's Aparo inks,
Ooh,
and I mean, isn't that? I mean, that's so
that
cool.
reads apparel.
Doesn't it?
Uh-huh.
Absolutely. But then you look at the layout and you can say, yeah, that's Byrne. But when you look,
Yeah.
but the inks, and clearly that's why Byrne would have wanted to work with him, because that's what you got. I love the shading. I mean, look, of his on the with the little fins on his
Mhm.
costume. I don't know, but look at that. It's great. I love this piece, and I thought I think Apparel's inks are what makes it fun. I mean, I would own this piece as a non DC guy, and if it was like inked by Byrne or even inked by Austin, I wouldn't
Mhm.
have the same interest in it. But having Apparel's inks on it just makes this thing.
Yeah, that's really unique.
It is. Bill does. I don't. Do I? Marcus, I'm on Facebook sometimes too. So congrats to Dan P for this pickup. He always seems to get the good stuff. And then I never read Strange Academy. No surprise to Marcus, of course. But and we could pick Art Adams stuff all the time. I just thought this
Mhm.
one was really fun, different, packed with a lot of snakes and a
Yeah,
skull.
busy.
Busy as all get out.
Yeah.
I just liked it a lot. I mean, and different. It's not like we're seeing him drawings, the standard spandex characters and everything. I
Mhm.
think that might have been what appealed to me more than anything. But yeah, I thought this is awesome,
This
and
is great.
and
Like the
it's
whole thing
funny.
is moving.
Exactly. And again, if this was like Storm, or if this was
Mhm.
I don't know, Captain America on a cover, it probably would have sold for double whatever this was, but it doesn't diminish the fact that this thing is it's an awesome Art Adams cover illustration. I like it a
Yeah,
lot.
me too.
God loves comics is just cracking the jokes in the chat like every week. What I have no idea. I can't answer that question, but we can get Sam Jackson on here. We'll ask him.
They get
Rick
those
Wallace.
monkey fighting snakes off that Monday to Friday plane is what they do.
Exactly. Oh, brother. All right, where am I going from here? Okay, this is in Mikhail's calf gallery. I saw this on the app first, and it was kind of cool to kind of stumble onto it that way. Vader versus Galactus. Joshua Alvarado, and I'm not familiar really with Alvarado's work, but again, I just thought the concept was cool, and forgot when I read through Mikhail's description. It was I don't recall if it was a mutual idea to kind of come up with this or not, but
I
how
think he
cool,
said
right?
he gave him I think he said he gave him the options and he
Okay.
chose both.
Got it. So even there you go. Tariq's even throwing his wow in here. Well, I mean, because who would ever pair the two together? No one ever.
Disney and Marvel.
They could do
They
it,
could. Yeah.
but I don't think it's going to happen.
No, I don't either. They'll throw as
But
many aliens and predators at him as they can handle, but
exactly. Now that they can do, they can, Star Wars versus Aliens type setup. That might be kind of fun. Jedi and
I think didn't they
have they
Dark Horse
done
do
it? Are you
that?
going to tell me they did it?
I'm not positive, but I vaguely it rings a bell.
Oh man, where's the professor in the chat when we need him?
Yeah.
Ah, Antoine, what does Vader think he's going to do with that
Yeah.
lightsaber?
I don't like Vader's odds here.
Yeah, me neither. But again, very cool piece. And again, you don't need to see too much of Galactus to know it's Galactus,
Yeah.
obviously. So I like.
Although you know what just occurred to me, and you and I never do this, so this will be fun.
Okay.
Vader could throw his lightsaber through Galactus's eye, maybe, and then use the Force to like rattle it all around in his skull until he like destroyed his brain.
He might have a chance.
Hmm.
See, if you were writing that story, he's got a chance.
Nah, I'd have Galactus win.
Exactly. But look at that. I mean, it doesn't even. I mean, it looks almost like a print. It's the way it's drawn. It's very textured. That's cool.
Great hatching.
There you go. Derek says he doesn't recall Luke versus Xenomorphs, but yeah, you never know. Ian Bertram, in Chris Kalacki's calf gallery. I just, it's a cool piece of art. I like the colors on it, as muted as they are. It's fun. It works really well with the style, and I wasn't gonna pass it up. So there
It's
you go.
gonna look incredible on a wall.
Yep, definitely.
And like, this is so fine art. I mean, you could put this anywhere in your house, and people wouldn't be like, "Ew, comic art."
Right, exactly. And is this another OAX? Yeah, it is. Just another one. One word, visceral. See? Yeah, you got that right. God loves comics here. Chris always puts a good size scan in there. Look at that.
Yeah. I have one more word for you. Laborious.
Laborious. Yeah, I can't argue with that. That's just crazy.
Mm-hmm.
The layering that he's doing in here is really, I mean, again, it's back to paint. It's like Chris Stevens stuff. It's the amount of effort to pull this off, and patience.
And is it like, you wonder, is it like stream of consciousness, or is it like more deliberate than that, or like where on the spectrum is it, right? Because he's making decisions as he's going, knowing that he's going to do like the next thing. That's why you get this like layer, right? Because he's not overdrawing or, leaving things out or like whatever. So you just have to wonder, like, how far do you get with this before you start really committing to it with ink and paint? And
obsessed. Yes. No, this is great. Really, really nice. So congrats, Chris. Chris doesn't add anything to calf that's subpar. They're always good. Charles Burns. There's not enough Charles Burns art on calf, and I was like, all right, I'm picking it. And it's in Rob Pistella's calf gallery. He's not he doesn't post a lot of art, but usually whatever he posts is significant for one reason or another. And whether it's a Frazetta, he's kind of collects the, I don't want to call him affluent artists that are out there, but that's kind of his angle. So a Burns piece is just great. I love this. The lighting on it just makes everything pop. I like the fact that there's not too many midtones.
Super stark, yeah.
Right, it is. And that's more. I like it. I like it a lot. Shoot. Huh. Anyway, like I say, not enough Burns stuff in here. And what is it? Oh, it's a back cover. I didn't even realize it was published. Ah, cool.
Very cool.
Well, very nice. Congrats to Mr. Pistella for adding that to his calf. This one just made me laugh, so I had to pick it. Bob Brown, Joe Giella. Look, it's down you go, Robin. From now on, I work solo. Look at me. He even had to wear a trench coat and a hat. So Robin with a brick and chains over the side of the boat. And again, I'm saying, you wonder why DC didn't, it didn't resonate. I
Uh-huh.
mean, I don't get it. I don't
You're
get
just
this.
not into drowning kids, I guess.
Imagine what was on the cover of this thing. Right,
He
exactly. I'm
shows
not.
it, I think.
It probably does. It's probably got him at the bottom of of the bay with it. Anyway.
No, I think if you scroll down in a second, I think
Oh,
Patrick added the cover.
oh, did he? Oh, shoot, there it is. You're right. I didn't even bother to look at. Down you go, Robin. I work alone. Look, he doesn't have a brick on him there.
That's how they
Yeah.
get you.
Exactly. I like this should have been on the cover. Come on, one cinder block and some chains. Oh, poor guy. That's awesome. Oh, here's the color version. All right. I want to see DC make a print of that and sell that at the Warner Brothers store or something. Oh, that is great.
I'd take it on a t-shirt.
So good. Oh shoot. Anyway, so Tom Baxa, I always forget. I've met Tom numerous times at IX. I should know how to pronounce his last name, but this was just a D&D illustration, and there certainly isn't too many pieces on calf. This is from, look, it's from 1990. And I know it was from like the Fiend Folio or something like that, but I thought it was cool. There's just not enough of this type of work on there. Let me see. Yeah, it looks like Dio Shade, right? Or it's got to be.
Yeah.
I think that makes it even cooler. I didn't even notice that when I looked at it before. I was just picking it because it was D&D. You like the thigh gap on that one, huh, Marcus? All right.
Maybe next year what you have to do, Bill, is RPG OAX.
Yeah, maybe. Let's see. I got 3 more. I actually think I picked 11 this time. I did that the other week too. This is on in Andre's calf gallery. Elvin Ching. We've all been, oohing and eyeing about Elvin's mystery sketches and whatnot. This is a straight up commission by Elvin. Let's click on it to see the unbelievable detail on this thing.
Yeah.
Hey, look at this.
Great tonal work.
God, I can't. It's nuts. So, I mean, you get Magic and Cannonball. I mean, two pretty interesting characters, and then he's throwing in, like, look at this. He doesn't even like hold back on this lamp design, right?
We need some sconces in this piece.
Right. I mean, why does he? And then he look at this. Shoot, this is just crazy. Elvin's awesome. Really nice guy, and boy,
I love those textures. The metal really reads as metal.
It does. When you see something like this, if this doesn't make you want to commission him, if you're a commission collector, then something's wrong, because he's fantastic.
Yeah.
So Andre, congrats on that one. The moment I saw it, I was like, we don't talk. How often do we get to talk about? We talk about Mannix all the time over at Next Comic Book. Not too many others. So Elvin deserves the nod here. Then 2 more. This one, I don't even know. This is a DC piece. No one's throwing him off the. Well, maybe he is throwing somebody off here. I don't know. Who was inspired? Oh, Ivan Rice.
Yeah.
I like the composition on it as a title page. Or what was it from? Okay, page 30.
It's a final page. Yeah.
Final page. All right. I just thought it was great. Composition is good. I mean, yeah, it's a bat character on a gargoyle, but I like the angle's different. I mean,
the perspective on the figure is great.
Exactly. I mean, you see the city street down there at the bottom. I think there's just a lot going on in this piece, and it's really well done.
It gives you a cool sense of scope too, or scale. Like you said, you pointed out, you can see the street and then all the way up to the top of the skyscrapers there.
Right. Yeah, and the perspective's pretty intense on that too. This is great. Really nice piece here. And
actually, it's interesting if you go out.
Yeah. I'll go back here, or
yeah, I think that's what he's showing so much, right? And like your focus is obviously way in the foreground. It almost has like a bowing distortion to the, like, from the bottom to the top. The buildings are kind of bending back at the top, and it really gives you that like fisheye feel.
Yeah,
that's cool.
It's great. Yeah, I mean, and again, we've seen so many bats on gargoyles before, but this one just stood out to me. And again, the collector. Who is the collector? Johnny M. He's got 6 positive feedback. Always great to see that, Johnny. 10-year veteran of comic art fans. Oh wait, we can even meet him here. Look at that. Happy as a clam.
Oh, it's Johnny
Nice.
McCloskey.
It is. I had no idea Johnny M. When did he change his name?
I don't know. That's Johnny. That's cheating.
That is cheating. We haven't seen Johnny in the chat of late either.
Is he still a mod?
He is, believe it or not. He highlights a few things for me every day.
You should have to get some kind of a like notification when a mod changes their name.
I should.
Yeesh.
How do you do that? I mean, I feel dumb now. That's crazy. But anyways, congrats, Johnny. You the man.
Yeah.
I know. I'm glad I looked at his picture. Would never have known.
He watches on the replay a lot. He's messaged me like the next day on Instagram or texted me or whatever and said, "Hey, I watched the update last night, blah, 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 blah." So I know he watches.
Good. Well, here, the last piece of the night, Tim Guerrero, DK Ruan. This was an homage cover, of course, and this was from Spider-Man issue 8. Just, I don't know, I thought it was a cool piece. There's a lot of, this has been homaged numerous times before, but I kind of like this one, and I thought Ruan did a very good job on it.
DK is like doing amazing stuff right now. I saw a, what was it? Ultimates cover that he posted on Instagram this week. Ridiculous. So good.
I did not see that one. But yeah, look at that. It's got the disco ball quality to it. I mean, but he's putting a lot of extra detail in there. Yeah,
that's great. That's one you want to see in person.
Exactly. You're right, number one Marvel fan. Oh no, Marcus just uploaded my Christmas card to CAF. I almost don't even want to look.
You kind of have to.
Right, I don't have a choice now, but at any rate, Tim, congrats, man. That definitely is a cool piece, and Tim always posts good stuff, and I feel like I don't know why I don't ignore him, Tim, but this one was a winner. All right, let's see. I'm gonna have to refresh to see that Marcus really did post. Oh, there it is. Still, all right. Okay, I'll do it. What do we got here? A Buckler, Tangal, Creature Commandos, Extra, the GI Robot. I have no idea. You got Medusa, you got Frank. There's nothing too crazy about that. What am I missing?
I don't know.
I know. I was expecting something. Unless I clicked on the wrong item. Woo! Merry Christmas to me. I'll keep scrolling down. Oh shit. All right, maybe I shouldn't. All right, I'm gonna go very slow.
I'm nervous.
Oh, shit.
Oh, there we go.
All right, fine. Let's see what the heck Marcus put in here. That's embarrassing for me. I'm not sure
that's
why.
Legit. That's legit. Price stamps. Yeah.
All right, there we go. Okay, yeah, that's
the candy canes.
Hey, I never thought of using those as pasties before, but you never know what might happen. Oh, and look at the candy cane with a skull, no less. All right.
That's so you can't print that picture off and put it on your wall.
Oh boy, where is it going to go from here? Yep. I remember that. Sidar, yeah. Sidar did pay us a visit almost a year ago, a little less than a year ago, right? I think it was 2 weeks before OAX, but yeah, here we are. Sidar on staff. And oh my gosh, look at that. Woo! Man, I need to shave on that one. Did I really make those eyes? I think somebody airbrushed something on there. There's no way. Zevia.
That might be enhanced.
I think it's enhanced just a little bit. There's my eyes don't open that wide. Jeff Wedding, I feel all festive now.
Bill feels real festive in that photo.
Yeah, thanks for that one, Marcus. OMG. Yeah, what else is there? Is that it? Nope. Of course. We have the classic. Thank you, Dan. And finally, this is what really puts you the Christmas spirit.
Oh, that's a Christmas card if I've ever seen one.
It really should be, holiday greetings from Wolverine. Claws are straight. Jason D would be happy with
He's
that.
got a new tree topper there.
That would be a good tree topper.
Mhm.
Shoot. Thank you, Marcus. I appreciate that. I hope you have a great Christmas as well. Boy, that's a good way to end it.
Yep. Very festive.
It really was.
Mhm.
Thank you so much, Marcus. I appreciate that immensely. So that's you didn't need to send me a Christmas card. You just did it right through CAF.
Oh.
Oh, brother. Well, Chris, I know that in 2 weeks you've got a night off because you're doing something right after New Year's. But we will do a show next week,
All right.
probably an abridged version because it is the 26th and everything.
Boxing
But
Day for our friends, and yeah.
yeah, exactly. But we will have a show. There's not a lot of art that gets posted this week typically right before
Maybe we
Christmas.
should do a top 5.
We could do a top. That's actually not a bad idea. Come on, it's the day after Christmas. We don't want to keep people too long. We're in here just over 2 hours tonight, so we'll even do a shorter show next Thursday. But we'll cover everything that needs to be covered when we do. So, Chris,
All right.
you have a wonderful Christmas, my friend. You first
Yeah.
Christmas with the pooch.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. His first Christmas. He won't even know what hit him.
I'm
We just got
surprised
a
you
big
haven't.
snow today, so we might actually have a white Christmas. We got like
Well,
5 inches here.
lucky for you. I don't.
Yeah.
Well, I'm hoping to not see any snow while I'm in Northeast Ohio.
All right.
That's my hope. But
Happy holidays.
thank you, man. Same to you. We'll see you again next Thursday.
Bye, everybody.
All righty. Well, there you have it. What a fun night. So, be sure to check out Pat Broderick's options. You know that. I've already seen a couple pre-OAX commissions come in for him. So we appreciate that. We do. And I hope everybody has a great Christmas. I believe that I might pop in on Justin's interview next week. My mom was telling me that she wanted me to do something on Monday with her. I don't know if it's in the evening or not. So I've got to find out what. That was aside from Christmas, and that was the only day where she said she might want me to help her out, but it could be something during the day. So we'll find out. But either way, the next show we have is Monday evening, and we've got Spidey Hits on for that. Kazra will be in charge of that interview. It should be a lot of fun. But I hope if I don't get to see some of you in that chat, I hope everybody has a fantastic Christmas. And like we just said, we'll be back a week from now with another CAF update. So have a wonderful night. And Nick Barucci, Merry Christmas to you. Don't forget about Nick's show tomorrow. And again, thank you, everybody, for making this another fun evening for me. I hope you guys have a great night, and I'll see